네, 좋습니다. 오늘 제가 말씀드린 대로 이양포프 감독님 모셨습니다. 오! Can you introduce my subscribers? Yeah.
Hello everyone there. Yes, thank you for having me and sharing some of my ideas with you.
Yeah!
Wow.
First of all, assuming freestyle,
Yes?
then you can fix or 뭐
Sure.
Yeah.
Easy.
easy. 여러분 쉽답니다.
Well, there's quite a few things to improve there. First of all, one of the things we do in swimming is if we rotate too much, and you're rotating too much, limit the rotation, because when you rotate here, you're in a weaker position.
A weak position, yeah.
So you want to, if you look at the best sprinters, or even in middle distance swimmers, you won't see a lot of rotation here. It's minimal.
Minimum.
So when you go to rotate, you turn too much on one side. So when you go to pull, you're a bit like this. You're actually better to have less rotation here, especially in sprinting. So in 50 meters, there's no rotation.
No rotation.
It's more upper body. In 100 meters, there's a little bit more. Even 200
Even 200.
is different again.
Yes.
So you've got to limit the amount of rotation in your body,
Yes.
because that will put you in a more powerful position to swim. So if we are turned like this and pulling like this, we're not strong here, right? Imagine grabbing something here, we're stronger here in front more. So not rotating too much in the freestyle. In 50-meter races, it's bang, bang, bang. Turn here, but not much turning here. It will give you more power. So if you watch best sprinters in the world, you'll see that they're not rotating too much here. Kick is uneven. Your kick is stop, start. You need to have the kick even, that keeps your balance here. Otherwise, every time you go for a breath, you go. You stop.
All right.
So we must keep the kicks, the balance here, always 6 beat kicking, especially in sprinting. In the distance events, we'll see more 2 beat or 4 beat, just a softer kick in the distance of races.
So, can you recommend some drill or?
Well, we've got to have to fix up this hip rotation. So a good drill we often do is just one arm. You have one arm at your side.
One arm.
Yeah. And so every time your hand enters, you take a breath there, but you rotate from here, but not here too much.
Oh,
Okay, so we take a breath from here, take a breath on the entry. When your hand enters, take a breath, and then you get your head back down when you pull. What you're doing is you're turning too much,
yes.
and you're like here, and your body's still turned. It's weak, it's not strong. Okay, so we've got to take a breath right on the entry, not over-rotate, and bring the hips around earlier. So when we rotate, it's the timing of the rotation we are talking about. So we want to make sure we don't turn too much, because we're weak.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we want to see in sprinting, there's hardly any rotation here. Very small amounts. It's more upper body. The discussion that there's different rotations. So in sprinting, it's shoulder to shoulder. In 100, there's a little bit more catch up. It's a bit more this sort of timing. And in the 200 plus events, it's more
timing.
more catch up, more.
Catch up more.
So there's different timing for different events. Here's a secret. Here's a secret.
Secret. 여러분 이거 진짜 비밀입니다.
In sprinting, you want to hold the pressure. As soon as you let go of the pressure on the water, you immediately got to put pressure on the other side. So there's always an application of pressure on the water. Watch me. So as soon as you finish here, you want to be pressing on the other side.
Yes.
That's the secret to 50-meter fast swimming.
Oh, I mean when I finish
Yeah.
here, then
Yeah. Press here.
I have to start.
Yes, immediately. So that's in the 50-meter race. In the 100-meter race, I'll get to about here, and then I'll start to put pressure. So it's a different timing.
One more try.
Sure, let's go for it. Okay, so how'd that feel?
It's a little bit harder to me, inside of something hold me.
Good.
Yeah, so
It is hard, so people need to understand that there's a different timing for the 50, the 100, the 200, and the 400. There's 4 different stroke differences. In the 50, it's opposites. It's shoulder.
opposite.
In the 100, there's a slight catch up. Okay? Just a little bit of a catch up, so it's not opposite. In the 200, for many swimmers, like Sun Woo, is what we call slight, like a gallop. So we do a bit of both strokes. We do opposite, and then there's a slight catch up. If you watch Sun Woo swim, who swam here with us, he has opposite to opposite, and then he has a slight catch up on the other side. It's quite an advanced timing, and he has that really well. And when we had the Korean swimmers here,
Yeah.
sorry?
I said Korean, sorry.
When we had the Korean swimmers train with us, Sun Woo was here, and with all the 4 boys we had here that were part of the 4x200 relay,
Yes.
we worked a lot on getting that timing in the 200. It's a different timing. Okay, so when we look at timing in sprinting, it's opposites. Opposite timing. And I told you the secret is, as soon as you let go of the water, press on the other side. So you've always got constant pressure. Now in the 100, you'll see a slight catch-up, what we call the hand will catch up slightly. Now what Sun Woo was doing in the 200 freestyle, and what we tried to teach the other boys that we hear, Woo Min and all the other guys, it's a mixture between the sprinting timing, which is opposite to opposite, so it's the 50-meter timing,
Yes.
and then they do catch-up, which is more the 400-meter timing.
So I have one question.
Yeah.
A lot of the swimmer want to gallop stroke.
Yes.
They doesn't know about which hands go to sprint stroke, which hands go to catch up stroke.
So let's explain that. So you'll see in the sprinting, they'll pull, like, pull, take a breath here,
Yes.
right? And then they'll pause here with this arm, and the head will go back down, back into this starting position. Sun Woo does it beautifully. Woo Min picked that up, and we worked a lot on that sort of timing. And we also changed Woo Min's underwater pull. He was very deep. When he first started with me, he was here training with us for 6-7 weeks. See, in sprinting is a lot straighter, okay?
Yeah, sprint more deeper.
Yeah, much deeper. But in the distance events, it's very high elbows, right? They come through here,
In underwater, right?
underwater, right?
All right. I asked my subscribers. They said actually they are not professional swimmers.
That's okay.
Yeah, they have a lot of shoulder injury.
The shoulder injury is caused by generally one thing. Most people, especially with their lap swimmers and master swimmers,
Yes.
is they put their hand in here and they drop here. And when this drops, there's a little fibre that sits in between the shoulders, these fibres, and it rubs on those fibres. And they have shoulder problems because it rubs on the shoulder. So the most important thing in freestyle is when you put your hand in and you extend, that you engage these muscles, the lats, the big
Yes.
muscles, and you come over the stroke, right? A lot of swimmers get to here because it's easier and they collapse here. But because they collapse, they put this in the wrong position and it aggravates these little fibres here. That's what causes the shoulder problems. So if you've got shoulder problems, make sure you're coming over the stroke, over the stroke. So that, for anyone out there that might have that problem.
I never known these things. So shoulder injury, elbow down, then
Yep.
I got shoulder injury, right?
Well, it can cause a shoulder injury because it puts the shoulder in a position where it starts to rub on the two fibres, the muscle fibres. The important thing is when you extend, all right, there's an internal rotation. See that? Here, internal rotation. Yeah? And so when we do this, then we engage these muscles.
Yes.
Much more stronger when we pull. But if we drop, it might be easier, but it's weak because we're not using the big muscles.
And shoulder injury too.
Yeah, well, if you want to swim fast, use the big muscles. Make sure you're coming over the stroke.
One more thing. My subscriber wondering about the block start.
You can simply do a few things. There is some way that you can build some what we call wedges, put them on the actual block, but it's important to practice starts with the new angle.
That's why they are wondering about when they start how to back legs going up.
So let's get up in the blocks. Let's have a look at that. So let's go through what the key things you want to see in the start.
Yes.
You want to make sure the 4 toes are curled because that's the last thing that leaves the block. The back foot is halfway up. Yep.
More up.
Yes. And you actually grab the block.
Grab the block.
But we're not rounded like this. See how the shoulders are rounded? Because he lacks flexibility. Stand up now. When we come down into this position, we want to be fairly straight here. You're round like this.
Yes.
I want you like this and in this position.
Oh.
So straight through your back.
Okay, I try to straight back.
No flexibility as we get older. Okay, so let's get up again. Come on.
Okay.
So you've got to grab the blocks and you've got to be looking down there in that position. Your hips should be coming up. Right, but you can see this foot is twisted, should be here, and this back foot should be a little bit wider, but not very flexible. So one of the key things, here's a little secret about doing a start. See how simply I can push him? See how simply I can push him over? The great starters do one simple thing. When you're in the blocks, here's a secret you'll only find from the great singers. Just the core comes on. Watch what happens when the core comes on.
Core comes up.
Yeah. Thank you, Marks. I can push him as hard as I like. No, push me back. Come on, put your core on. Not strong enough in the core. So generally you'll find if they can get their core on, it will keep them stable. It will give them more power because it connects the legs to the body. And then when you hit the water, if your core is on, you will spear much faster than anybody else. Here we go. Ready?
Right.
Take your marks. All right, good. Now keep it on when you hit the water. Take your marks. Hop. How was that?
I can hold my core when I splash here, and I can feel more
Power when you hit the
yeah,
block.
exactly. More hold and more hard to body.
So when the core comes on, this becomes one unit. If the core is weak, when you hit the water, it just drops. Because when you get in this position, your core is on. When you hit the water, core on, you'll spear faster than the other swimmers.
All right.
Here's another little secret. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Core is on when you're on the blocks. Core is on when you hit the water.
Back.
And work on flexibility. Take your marks. Hop. So a very good start there, but one of the things we're looking at is to have the core on the blocks, the core on when you hit the water, and you find you'll accelerate. There's a little secret about starts that we've done with some of the best sprinters in the world, Michael Flynn and Matt Target, who are both 47 and freestylers.
Yeah, I feel more jump,
More power.
yeah, more power, and more smooth.
Yes.
Smooth
Good.
on the water.
Gold medal, here we come.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Can you say bye-bye to my subscriber?
Yes. Well, I hope you got some good hints there to make you a faster swimmer. There's some real secrets that I've given you that we've used with Sun Woo and Woo Min that's trained here for about 6-7 weeks. And I loved having the Korean swimmers train with me. And it's been great to have you to work with your stroke today too as well. So all the best with your swimming. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is Coach 이한퍼. 오늘 너무 또 즐거웠고 저도 많은 걸 배웠습니다. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.